If you are an incorporated business owner in Alberta and you're planning to buy a home in the next 12 months, watching this video will change the way you view everything. Because I can show you two owners, same revenue, same lifestyle, same down payment, but one gets approved for $650K while the other gets under approved for $250K. And the only two difference between those two people is how they pay themselves. If the way you're currently paying yourself does not match up with your personal mortgage plans, you can trigger a smaller approval, a good conditions, or even a last minute decline after you've already found the perfect home for you and your family. But in this video, I'll show you exactly how lenders interpret salary versus how they interpret dividends and give you a simple decision-making framework so you know which is best for your specific situation. I'm also going to show you the one rule lenders follow when qualifying self-employed borrowers and break down how underwriters read salary versus dividends so you know exactly what to expect when the time comes. By the way, my name is Ushindi Mutabazi. I'm a mortgage associate here in Alberta, and I specialize in helping self-employed Albertans like yourself qualify for a mortgage without waiting 2 years for income averages, pay more in taxes, or most importantly, changing the way that you run your business. Here's the rule that controls everything. Lenders approve what you can prove, not your revenue, not your potential. They approve the story your documents tell them. Your corporation could be thriving, but you can still get treated like you make nothing if the personal income is low, inconsistent, or even just simply confusing. When you're incorporated, most lenders start with your personal documents, especially your tax returns. They want to know what's the borrower's provable income. Then they take a look at how you pay yourself because that's what creates your personal income story. Salary and dividends both work, but they are not always treated the same. Salary tends to be easier to verify and defend. Dividends can still work well, but they often create more questions, especially if they're inconsistent or paid in big lumps. Salary is definitely the more boring option, but in mortgages, boring is good because salary is usually more consistent, easy to document, and easier to explain, and easy for the lender to defend internally if they get audited. This is usually the best option when you're planning on buying soon and can't afford any delays, so you want to fit into the lender's perfect simple bubble of mortgages. But here's the trap. People hear salary is better and then they panic and switch right before applying. If you start salary 2 months before you buy, the lender may still treat it as new and ask even more questions. So if salary is your plan, the key word is consistency. Dividends can also work. In fact, sometimes dividends can qualify even stronger on paper, but dividends often trigger more caution. An underwriter will ask, is this sustainable and is this business healthy enough to keep up with paying this mortgage? Dividends tend to backfire when they're paid randomly or even when they're paid but not supported by clean documentation and support your business story. Salary is definitely the easier option to defend, but dividends can also still work. All the lender needs to do is believe that the dividends will continue. Where most owners get hurt is not having a plan. They pay dividends when they feel like it. Then they want to get a mortgage and try to fix things at the very last second. So instead of just thinking, should I pay myself salary or should I pay myself dividends? What you need to start thinking is, what's my plan? The way you answer that question is by first understanding which lane you're currently in. This video is sponsored by myself. If you're looking to buy a home in the next 6 months or just want some clarity on your current position and where you stand, click the first link in the description and complete my 3-minute mortgage readiness quiz. It's completely customized, and once you complete that quiz, I will personally record you a custom video within 24 hours, breaking down your real numbers, explaining exactly how a lender would view your file, and laying out a clear approval strategy based on your timeline and your goals. This is not automated, it's me doing the work. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram at It's Ushindi for more self-employed mortgage advice, or if you have any questions and just want to chat, a link for that will be in the description as well. Let's get back to the video. In lane A, your income on paper matches real life. The lender reads your taxes and says, yeah, that makes sense. In lane B though, your business is strong, but your personal income on paper is low or doesn't match the lifestyle you're currently living. This is most owners because you're taking write-offs and minimizing taxes, but lenders don't reward tax efficiency, they reward clarity. Lane A borrowers can often choose between salary or dividends and still get approved fairly easily as long as it's consistent. But if you're in lane B, you need an actual strategy. And if you need help creating a strategy, click the first link in the description and complete my 3-minute mortgage readiness quiz, and I can definitely help you out with creating a strategy. If you're looking to buy in the next 6 months, your goal is not perfect optimization. Your goal is stability. You want your file to be as boring and defendable as possible. In this window, the best move for many owners is leaning into salary or sticking with the income you're currently using, as long as it's consistent and very well documented. The last thing you want if you're looking to buy in the next 6 months is a brand new payment structure, lumpy dividends right before applying, or anything that forces the lender to interpret your story on their own. If you want to buy in the next 6 to 12 months, however, now you have leverage. Now you have time. This is where many owners do best with a personal mix, a predictable base salary plus dividends on top of that are in a consistent pattern. This allows you to keep a clean, approvable story while also keeping flexibility in the corporation. Can the dividends only work? Yes, but only if you can show consistency and the corporate story supports it. If you're incorporated and you want to buy within the next 12 months, these next 6 steps I'm about to share with you will save you a lot of stress, time, and a potential decline. The first step is follow me on Instagram. I post daily content to help self-employed borrowers like yourself qualify for a mortgage without waiting 2 years for income averages, paying more in taxes, or changing the way that you run your business. So regardless of which payment structure you choose or what lane you're in, click the link in the description and follow me on Instagram. The second step, follow me on I'm just playing. The second step is pull the last 2 years of your personal tax documents, your T1s and your notices of assessment, and confirm what your personal income actually shows. Most owners guess. Do not guess. Step 3, identify your current pay pattern. Are you salary only? Are you dividends only, or are you a mix? And is it consistent? Consistency is how it looks on paper, not how you feel. Step 4, decide your timeline. If you're buying with someone else, sit down with them and have an honest conversation. Is it 3 months, 6 months, 12 months? The timeline determines everything. What I will say is most people underestimate themselves and think they aren't ready, even when they might actually be ready to get a home right now. So if you aren't 110% sure, I would suggest you take the quick 3-minute mortgage readiness quiz. Should be the first link in the description. That way you get a clearer picture and know exactly what you're working with. The 5th step is to choose one of these 3 payment strategies. Strategy A is an approval-focused salary. This is best when you're buying soon and want fewer conditions. Strategy B is consistent dividends. If you choose this strategy, make sure the dividends are stable and your business story supports them. And strategy C is a mix of both. This strategy is best when you have time, want flexibility, and want to qualify strong while still avoiding all of the chaos that comes with only paying yourself dividends. The final and most important step, do not apply blind. Do not walk into a bank and hope they interpret your file correctly, because if they put you in the wrong box or the wrong lane, you can get a no that isn't a real no. It's a no with the wrong strategy. If you have ever gotten a no from a lender, or if you aren't sure whether or not you would qualify, or even if you just want help creating a realistic timeline for yourself, click the first link in the description and complete my 3-minute mortgage readiness quiz. Once you complete that quiz, I will personally record you a video within 24 hours, breaking down your real numbers, explaining exactly how a lender would view your file, and laying out a clear approval strategy based on your timeline and your goals. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram at It's Ushindi for more self-employed mortgage advice. Or if you have any questions, shoot me a DM on there as well. A link will be in the description for that.